Hello and welcome to Let's Play Ominous Music. Yes, we are going to play a game called No One Has to Die on Congregate. If you want to play it yourself, well, feel free to do so. It's a really good game. It's not very long. It's probably going to be one video. It's really good, alright? It's very minimalistic. It's story-driven. It's everything you want it to be. So, let's just go right in. As you can see here, we have this flowchart, and okay, there's my mouse. Good. And of course, we cannot pick any of these options here because we didn't unlock anything else yet. We have to start with the beginning, so let's go. Okay, I was hoping it would not do that again. It did that earlier. The text scrolls off the page, and yeah, well, I guess we're gonna have to deal with it, so... Urgent! The Phoenix Corporation headquarters security has been compromised. All personnel evacuate immediately. Tempest engaged. Security room locked. Emergency services contacted. ETA 3 hours, 17 minutes. Visitor has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. Hello, is anyone there? What the hell is going on here? Christina has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. There's a fire! Everybody evacuate the building! Steve has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. Oh, it's you, Chris. This is pretty bad. I can smell the smoke from here. Steve, why are you still here? I thought you'd gone home. I was working back late. Why do you care? Troy has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. Lionel has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation Communications Network. This is the CEO of Phoenix Corporation telling everybody in the facility to evacuate the building. Security staff reporting immediately. The security staff are dead. I found them lying dead in the control room. Then I saw a warning on this screen about a fire, so I logged in. What happened to them? I killed them, and I lit the fire. Who the hell are you? Is this a joke? There's no time for this now. Visitor, if you're in control room, then you'll have to coordinate us in escaping. You need one of the security codes. Security codes? The code is RFTS. What? Is this some kind of game to you? Security code confirmed. Security system online. Beginning scan, floor B3. It worked! Now you may have a very difficult choice coming up, I'm afraid. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B3. 1 casualty unavoidable. Candidates, Troy, Steve. What does that mean? Our visitor is going to have to choose between keeping me or Steve alive. I trust this won't be a hard decision. Kill that asshole! I'm not dying for him! My job here is done. I'm ready to die. The fire is growing. Visitor, you will be led through how the system works. Hurry up! Urgent. Please enter security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. Alright, so now we are in the game proper after a lengthy beginning explanation of the starting story. So, water will come out from here when the switch is on. Water puts out fire but also drowns people. Turn it off the switch to stop it flowing. You can click switches while a person is standing next to them to turn them on or off. This fire will grow every turn, and by grow it means it's going to spread to the adjacent squares. Fire cannot move through locked doors. Click a lock to lock it. You may only lock one. And I can click the arrows to move the people. So I have to go 1 turn without the fire or water spreading to progress. Basically, this means to end this puzzle segment, you have to go 1 turn without the fire or the water going on. You can turn on and off the switch for water. You can lock only 1 door, and to activate these switches you need to have people next to them. So that's pretty basic, alright? So basically we're gonna want him to go here, and then we're gonna turn this on, so that water is going to be coming out. But we don't want to move her here, or she's gonna die. So here we have to make a choice. Either we save Troy, or we save this guy, Steve. I'm gonna save Steve, because Troy, you know, he started the fire. So basically, I think he's going to die, and I don't care. So yeah, there we go. This guy's saved. And that's it. Now we have to click here to move to the next turn. There we go. And that is it. Now we have to turn off the switch so that water stops spreading and the fire will not reach her and the fire will kill Troy. There we go. And that is it. Not too bad so far. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Troy. Phew, that was tense for a bit. Glad that's over. How can you talk like that when someone just died? He had this coming. He tried to kill us. Really? I'm pretty sure he just saved you. Not his best decision. Oh, So you two know each other? Oh, sorry. Yep, me and Steve have had the misfortune of working together for the last few years. Tell me about it, Chris. Don't you wish you'd gotten to work in Troy's apartment instead? Shouldn't you two be looking for a way out? We're not all old like you. We can walk and type, thank you very much. The main hallway is completely destroyed by fire. I can't get through. I'm having the same problem. I found a staircase up to the next floor, though. Oh, same here. There's one here, too. Shall we head up? Sure, why not? Okay, I'm heading up now. Beginning scan, floor B2. Our visitor's being very quiet. What's your story? Me? I don't work here. I was just making a delivery. A delivery, let me guess. Tires? Pop-up books? No, stationery. Those were some strange guesses though. What exactly do you do here? You know, that's a great question. What do we do here, Lionel? I know you got that message, Lionel. Forget it, I wasn't expecting an answer anyway. To be honest, no one really knows what Phoenix Corporation actually does. The company buys random items, toilet seats, guitars, you name it, in bulk and then sells it all off for next to no profit. We're all almost certain it's a front. But it pays well, so we stay here. Well, Christina works here because nowhere else wants her, but that's different. How about you shut up while I ask Lionel a serious question? I want to know about the cookie shells. Cookie shells? Oh, the cookie shell story! For nearly a year, we'd be constantly getting in shipments of live cookie shells by the thousands. God knows how many birds they bought. But the cookie shells were never seen again. No one knows what was done with them. It's an animal rights issue. Whoa, that is weird. What was going on, Lionel? We were buying cookie shells looking for a phoenix. I don't get it. You don't have to get it. I didn't even answer the question. Has anyone found anything interesting on the second floor? Nope. Nothing much here. Most of this building is reserved for storage. Shouldn't you guys all know your way around this building? Our access to the rooms here is very limited. That would be on your request, wouldn't it, Lionel? Truth to be told, I rarely visit myself. I know what facilities this building contains, but I know very little about its layout. That's right. It's been in on the notice for weeks that you were coming today. Was today something special? I was just dealing with some financial business. Nothing that could have encouraged arson. Calculation complete. Fire on floor B2. One casualty unavoidable. Candidates, Lionel, Steve. God damn it, not again! Either Lionel or Steve is going to die. As the CEO of this corporation, I must request that you save me. Don't you dare! Please, save Steve! I don't know why this fire was started, but you can be sure Lionel is responsible in some way. But Steve's done nothing wrong! It's great to hear you sticking up for me for once, Chris, but our visitors already saved me once. It's their choice what they do this time around. Visitor, my life is in your hands. Make the right decision. Save me. You will be well compensated. This isn't about money, you asshole! Shut up, both of you! It's getting hot in here. This is up to our visitor. Urgent. Please enter your security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. Alright, and we have another puzzle section here. This one's a bit more complicated than the other one. So here we have a switch, and we can lock a single door, which is going to be this one, because we have no other way to protect her. So this one's getting locked, and now the switch is going to be turned on. So here I have two choices. I can either... Actually, let me see. Let me check that a bit. I am a bit confused here. I have played this game before, but it's been so long. So give me just a second here. So if we let this run 2 turns, he is saved because it's going to block this. But the fire will catch up to him because in 2 turns, the water here will only reach to this square. If we let it run 3 turns, it will go all the way here and save him. But the water in 3 turns will unfortunately drown him, so the fire will not reach him, but he's still going to die, even if the fire is not going to reach him either. So here, the choice is on the number of turns that we let this go. So this is the minimum number of turns for anything else to happen. So what do we do now? Do we save Steve? Or do we save Lionel? Well, since this isn't a stream, but rather, you know, a video, you already know that I've already made up my mind, and I will save Steve! We saved him already once, so why not twice? And that's that. So now we turn off this before I make a mistake, and there we go. The fire has been contained. Casualties, DNL. Good! Now who's being insensitive? That was the head of our company, Chris! And you chose me over him, visitor? Don't ask me to explain my choices. It makes me sick thinking about what I just had to do. How do you think I feel? I didn't get a choice. What if I wanted to die to save Lionel? As if you would ever sacrifice yourself for anyone! And you would? No, but at least I'm upfront about it. Oh, I found a set of stairs. I'm going on up. I'm already on the next floor. I just didn't bother saying anything about it. That's a great story. Beginning scan, floor B1. Do you think we get paid overtime for this crap? I don't know, barely matters though. Time and a half of what we make is still next to nothing. Maybe Troy set the fire because he was angry about all the wage cuts recently. God, do you have any clue? Wait until we get out of here before we start making jokes about the deceased. Hey, I could be right for all you know. The guy was whack. It wouldn't take much to set him off. Now, just stop. I mean it. You know, speaking of the deceased, I've been so wrapped up in working with you guys, I almost forgot why I'm in a room with 2 dead bodies. Whoa, I'd forgotten to. That's awful. What can you find out about them? I guess I should probably search them, huh? I really don't want to do... Ah, good luck. You must have a stronger stomach than me. Okay, I'll go now. Back, I found a blue file in the hand of one of them. Really? What does it say? It's the security code, the one that Troy gave us. Wait, really? Why are you surprised, Chris? It would explain how Troy could tell us the code. Why would he even give us the code anyway? What does he get out of it? I don't get it either. Why shoot 2 people, set a building on fire, and then try to play the hero? Makes no sense to me. Why don't we ask him? Oh, hoops. No, it's not funny. Hey, simple mistake. Chris? Chris? You sure managed to get yourself ignored a lot. I wasn't that fussed on talking to her anyway. You two... Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. 1 casualty unavoidable. No. Candidates, Christina, Steve. No! No! Chris. I thought I was going to make it. There's only one more floor to ground level. We're getting out of here, Chris. There's no way I'm letting you die. Don't you dare! Don't even think about it! You're not sacrificing yourself for me. Chris, you know I don't mean any of the shit I say, right? Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. You don't need to die to prove that. Good. Then I'm ready. Steve! No! You don't deserve to die. No one deserves to die, Chris. Especially not you. You're not going to ignore me now, are you? I just don't know what to say. How about goodbye? Whatever happens, this is the last time we'll ever talk to each other. This isn't how I wanted things to go. Do you think I want to die? You don't understand. I'm sorry, you two. If I don't do something now, you'll both die. It's alright. I'm ready now. It'll be like a barbecue. Shut up! You're not going to die, is he, visitor? Our visitor knows what they're doing. They'll save you. Visitor! Promise me you'll save him! Promise me! Urgent. Please enter security system orders immediately. The chest system has been locked until a decision is made. And now we have a puzzle on the saddest music on Earth. If we have him go up to turn this off, to turn the switch on, and then the switch off, of course, we'll block the fire here, but once he's out, there's no turning back. He cannot be saved. So we have a choice to make now. So either we make him survive, or we let her survive. And for once, well, not for once, but rather my choice has already been made, of course, I will be saving our lady friend here. So I don't believe that locking this door actually does anything, because the fire will catch up to him anyway, so I'm not gonna lock any door. Actually, yes, I do need to lock this one, I believe, because I need to have him do this and not die yet, because he needs to turn this off, and then, well, that's all she wrote. See ya. And now Christina has been saved. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Steve. No! I'm so sorry. No, it's not fair! Why would you save me? I had to listen to one of you. You don't understand! He never hurt anyone! Neither did you! Yes, I did. Troy, and Lionel, and Steve, they all died because of me. The security guards, too. Visitor, this is all my fault. I lit the fire. No, you didn't! Troy did! No, he didn't. I don't know what his deal is. I set the fire. Then I killed the guards before they could do anything about it. From the start, it was all me. Christina, you know it wasn't really you. It was Troy. If it was Troy, why was he trying to save us all? I don't know. No one does. This isn't how it was meant to go. Steve wasn't meant to be here. The building was meant to be nearly empty. Let's say you did it. What was your motive? I wanted to stop whatever that was going on in this building forever. And I wanted to kill Lionel before he ruined anyone else's life, too. What did Lionel do? Him and his company? He killed my mother. What? My mother used to work at this company. She had the same name as me. She never told me much about what they did here. She always just said experiments. Well, one day, she went to work and never came back. We ordered a search, but no one could find her. It was a week before we all got a call from the Phoenix Corporation. He told us that they were so sorry and that Mom had died in an experiment. Sorry my ass. They still wouldn't tell us what happened. And then, when they sent back her body, with her brain cut out. They cut her brain so they could experiment on it. He killed my mother so they could look at her brain. Christina, I'm so sorry. I couldn't let them get away with doing anything like that ever again. So I started working here at the company. They knew where I was, but I think they gave me a jump to shut me up. Since then, I've spent God knows how long trying to find out what they did to my mother, but I haven't gotten anywhere. When I read in the notices that Lionel was going to be visiting today, I knew I had to do something. But I thought I had worked out the timing perfectly. Steve wasn't meant to be working overtime. Now, he's dead. I killed him. I killed all of them. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Nothing's going to help. I'll just keep moving through this building, and when I get out, I'll be arrested, and I'll finally get what I deserve. Okay. Alright, I'm on the ground floor now. Begin scan. Ground floor. To be honest, I still have no idea where I am. Most of the building is off limits normally. We take elevators down to our workspaces on floor B3 and we never see the rest of the building. What a weird way to do things. It makes sense when you remember they're trying to hide the skeletons in their closets. Oh, there's a blue file on a desk in here. It looks like the one you found on the security guard. Another one? What's the point of that? It has a different code on it. Maybe this would let you lock more fire doors at a time? But if I'd had that earlier... I don't even want to think about this. I'm just going to keep moving. No fire detected. Hold on a sec, there's a big metal door I need to open. Alright. Okay, I'm through now. There's a sign here. It says Tempest Entrance. What's that? No clue. There's a door here though. It looks kinda strange. I'm going to go through. Yeah, sure. Just tell me what you find. Christina has disconnected. Reason? Signal lost. What? No! We were so close! Why would it drop out now? Christina? Christina, I'm coming to find you! Visitor has disconnected. And this is the Christina ending. The mystery is not yet solved. You must explore all possibilities to find the truth. And I will, in this one single video. Trust me, viewers. You've seen nothing yet. And now we've gone all the way down to here. Of course, we could go back here and save Steve, but you know, I kind of miss Lionel, so let's go back here and save him. Alright, so we have a lot of chatter here that, you know, I'll just fill you in. Basically, yeah, well, you remember, it's been maybe 10 minutes ago, so I'm just gonna skip all of it. So now we have to choose between either saving Steve or saving Lionel. And now we are going to save Lionel because we want answers, damn it! Answers on what's really going on here. There we go, alright, finally. So now to save Lionel, we merely have to do this and turn on the water switch, and then wait 2 turns. And then there it is. He is saved, and Steve is going to die. See ya, Steve! The fire has been contained. Casualties, Steve. You've made the right decision. I'll make sure you won't regret it. I'm sorry, Christina. I could only save one of them. Christina? Okay, that's alright. I don't expect you to talk to me after what I've done. How are we going to get out of here with one of us not playing along? I'm sure she's still trying to get out of here. She just has a lot to deal with at the moment. Well, either way, I've found the stairs. Beginning scan, floor B1. Christina, just so you know, I understand this must be awful for you. I really am sorry. Don't beat yourself up about it. You did the right thing. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. 2 casualties unavoidable. Candidates, Christina, Lionel. 2 casualties unavoidable? No, that means we're both going to die. It's over. We've reached our end. No, you can't both die! There's no other option. I'm afraid this is it. Good! I'd rather die than live in a world with people like you too. Christina, Danielle, I'm sorry I let you guys down. It's alright, there's nothing you could have done. You could have saved Steve instead of you. Now's not the time to squabble. Goodbye, both of you. Just because you're about to die doesn't mean you're a saint. I hope you both burn in hell. Christina, don't do this. Don't waste your final moments like this. Give me one reason why I shouldn't. Urgent. Please enter security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. And of course, right now, no matter what you do, you cannot save her because the only way to save Christina is to open the water, and the switches are both not possible to reach. And even if I lock this door, Daniel is going to die on this turn anyway. So that's about it. I guess they're both going to die, and that is it. So what's on this end then? Yep, as you might have guessed, this is a bad end. It leads nowhere at all. Even this game has bad ends. And as you might notice, there's also another one here that ends prematurely. So on this path there will also be a bad end. So let's go save Steve this time. Let's skip all the dialogue. Oh yeah, sad music. Alright, Steve. You're going to be saved. There we go. And the saddest music in the world continues. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Christina. I'm so sorry. I don't want to hear it. If you were sorry, you would have listened to me. I had to make a decision. I don't expect you to be happy with what I've done. Just shut up! This is not a trick, this is a nightmare. You're still here, aren't you, Chris? If you're there, send me a message. You're just ignoring me again, right? Steve, I understand this must be impossible for you right now. But you need to keep moving. And what the hell is the point of that? Christina just died for you. If you don't get out of here, she'll have died for nothing. Give me a second here. I had to clear my throat. Alright, we're back. Sure, I'm gonna get out of here, and it's gonna turn out this has all been some sick joke, and Chris will be waiting for me outside, alive. I mean, how do I even know it was Chris who was writing those messages, huh? Okay, I'm ready. I'm heading up to ground level now. I can't wait to see her again. Beginning scan, ground floor. Alright, just a little further. Oh, there's a desk here with one of those blue files you were talking about on top of it. It's got another security code. Another one? But what for? I guess with this you can control more fire doors at a time. Not a lot of use now. Steve, are you still here? Steve? I knew it! I told you! Told me what? She's alive! Chris is alive! What? What's going on? No fire detected. So, okay, there was a file next to the one with the security code. When I saw it, I knew I had to read it. It was titled The Phoenix Experiment. The one with the cookie shells? Just let me explain it. So, I didn't get a lot of it, but here's what I understood. So, Phoenix Corp had an experiment planned to where they were going to buy lots of cookie shells and teach them to say a phrase. But every time they had enough birds for the experiment, they would just randomly decide to increase their sample size. All in all, they bought around 6 million cookie shells. They stopped buying them the day something weird happened. One of the cookie shells they bought already knew the phrase they were going to teach it. Weird. Maybe whoever sold it to them knew what was going on and tried to mess with the experiment. Let me finish! So they tagged this special cookie shell that already knew the phrase, and it taught the phrase to all the other cookie shells. But the experiment didn't end here. They ran each and every one of the cookie shells through some kind of machine. It was worse than Chris had thought. They all died. All of them except one. The bird that Mark, the one that already knew the phrase, was fine. What? What sort of machine works like that? I have no idea. The paper talks very little about the machine itself, and what it does say I don't understand. bizarre, but how does this tell you Christina is alive? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now, so here's the thing. The phrase that the birds were taught, it was Christina lives. Steve, are you sure you're feeling alright? I mean it! That's what it says! You can see for yourself when I show Chris! But even if it's true, we still have no idea what that phrase means. What do you mean? Christina lives! It means she's alive! But we don't understand anything about the experiment. It could mean anything. Steve? Come on, you need to keep in contact. Sorry, no time to type. I've got to find a way out so I can find Chris. See you soon! No, keep talking! Steve, come on! Steve has disconnected. Reason? Signal lost. Steve! What the hell have you done? I'm coming to find you! Visitor has disconnected. And this is the Steve end. Now, I know right now things aren't making a whole lot of sense still, but the story is not finished. Of course. And now we will come all the way back to the very beginning when we have the first choice. Remember the first choice, it was between Steve and Troy. So let's skip all of this startup text. And now we are going to be saving Troy. So we need to move him here, open this, and close the lock on the door that saves Troy. And now we do this. Alright. And Steve is dead. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Steve. Why? Why save me? My thoughts exactly! Why did you leave Steve to die? I could only save one of them, and Troy knew the security code. He's the reason I could save anyone. We need to know what else he knows. Ah, now we're thinking. I'm not going to do anything to save anyone from here on in. Tell me now, how did you know the security code? Visitor, check the bodies of the 2 security guards. This better not be a trick. Just do it. Fine. Well, that explains that. What did you find? One of the guards was holding a blue file with the security code Troy told us before written on it. They were? A blue file? Those contain the security codes. Each one allows you to lock another fire door. I found the code when I killed him. I thought I'd give you a fighting chance, so I told you the code. You're welcome. Why did you do this? Instead of asking all these questions, why don't you look for a way out? The main room is completely blocked by rubble, is why. There should be a staircase in a room near both of you. You're right. I'm heading up now. Fine. Me too. So, while we're here, Lionel, could you tell me what the hell it is that this company is set up to do? Don't waste your breath, he's not going to tell you anything. Well, maybe you'd like to explain then? There's nothing to explain. That's a lie, and you know it! You both work here, shouldn't you know what the company does? You'd think the company mostly buys and sells things in bulk, but there's something dark going on underneath all that. Like what? Beginning scan, floor B2. Candidates, Christina, Troy. Huh? Don't worry just yet. Why would you say anything? Christina, that's a nice name. It's your mother's, correct? What? How could you know that? Answer me, tell me right now. God damn it! Calculations complete. Fire on floor B2. 1 casualty unavoidable. Candidates, Christina, Troy. How could you know that? How could we know the code? How could you know one of us is going to die? I told you, I lit the fire. I'm behind all of this. I know everything. No, that answer is not good enough. Could we do this later? There is no later. Tell me now. I'm not saying anyone anything. Just let me die. Urgent. Please enter security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until a decision is made. And now we have a choice to make, and if you notice the layout here, it's quite similar to one we had before. So basically it's very easy to save him, save Lionel. We only need one of those two characters to activate and deactivate the switch, but of course we need to also lock one of those doors here, because if we lock this one, well, the fire is going to kill both of them, so we can't do that. And of course we can also, well, one of these choices is going to lead to a bad end, and the other is going to lead to an error choice probably, because as you can see, well, as you have seen the flowchart. So yeah, let's save Christina, because you know this guy is fishy as hell, and yeah, fuck him. Doesn't know a damn thing. All he knows is that he set fire to everything and everything's destroyed. Wait, was it Christina who did it? Well, no matter. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Troy. Well, I guess he finally got what he wanted. Good, the man was a maniac. He's cost my company millions already. And he killed 4 people. He'll be 6 if you don't get out of here soon. Alright, I've found the stairs. Me too. Beginning scan, floor B1. I didn't mean to be so careless before, it's just this will severely impact our operations. Don't you think that might have been the point? What do you mean by that? Troy probably wanted to stop Phoenix from doing whatever messed up things you do here. I suppose that makes sense. No, impossible. Our business here is strictly confidential. Does that sound like a slip of the tongue to you, visitor? Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. 2 casualties unavoidable. Oh. Candidates, Christina, Lionel. 2 casualties unavoidable. No. So, neither of us is going to live. I'm afraid not. I guess that's fairest, isn't it? What? Well, why would we deserve to live when Steve and Troy had to die? Because Troy was a murderer! And what about Steve? Well, either way, goodbye. 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 Urgent, please enter your security system orders immediately. The chess system has been locked until a decision is made. And of course, you cannot do anything here. The computer is always right. And they both die. And this is our bad end. Notice how both bad ends were because we left Troy and Christina alive. That's just because when they reach that level, there's no way for them to interact in a way that saves either of them, so oh well. Alright, let's just skip ahead, and this time let's not do the thing that leads to the bad end, and instead let's save Troy. And Christina is just going to die. See ya. And everybody, well, kind of, is saved, I guess. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Christina. Okay, well, except Christina and Steve. Not again! You don't sound too happy for someone who's lucky to be alive. Visitor, tell me, what would it take to get you to kill me? You can't ask someone something like that. You're mad! I've killed all these people, of course I'm goddamn mad. Beginning scan, floor B1. You're going to have to choose between saving me or Lionel soon. Promise me you'll save Lionel. But how do you know that? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I am a monster and I don't deserve to live. It does matter, of course it matters. I want to know too. Tell me why you did this. There's not enough time. Besides, if you won't believe me, you'll never believe me until it's too late. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. 1 casualty unavoidable. Candidates, Lionel, Troy. It doesn't matter. Just save Lionel. I must concur. Please, spare me. Shut up. I want to know what's going on. If I give you the answers, will you let me die? If you save me, I'll tell you things Troy doesn't know. I'll tell you what we really do here. Troy, tell me, then you can die. Okay, but I have to be quick. The truth is, I've been here before. What is that supposed to mean? Urgent. Please enter security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until a decision is made. Dang it! So I guess we won't get to know what Troy's deal is all about here until we save him. Which is what we are going to do right now. So yeah. See ya! It's about time we get some answers out of him, So this is how it goes, is it? I don't know how much longer I can do this. What are you talking about? What were you saying before the chat cut out? And while we're at it, how do you know everything? And why did you light the fire? There's nothing I can do now. I may as well tell you what I know. Beginning scan, ground floor. First things first. Reason I lit the fire... I didn't. What? That makes no sense. I don't know who really did it though. I don't know who killed the security guards either. While we're at it, I have no idea what they do here at this company. You're full of crap. How did you know all that stuff then? How did you know the security code? No fire detected. You're probably not going to believe this, but no, I know you're not going to believe it. I knew the security code because I heard you read it out. You know it makes no sense. You told me it before I ever read it. This time I did. This time? What the hell do you mean this time? I've been here before. I've been here 5 times before. The first time I was in my office doing my work and suddenly the fire alarms went off. I went on the chat to find out what was happening, and Lionel explained you would need a security code to save anyone. We all scrambled around looking for a blue file before you finally found one. That's when I found out the code. Then you had to make decisions. Steve died, Christina died, Lionel died. I was the only one left. I had to keep going. I found a room called the Tempest Entrance. Oh, remember that room, viewers? I went inside, and there was a bright light, and suddenly, well, you won't believe this bit. Suddenly I was back before the fire, sitting in my office. What? I don't know how, but I traveled through time. I was so glad to hear you all alive, but none of you remember what had happened. You all thought I was insane. But just like this time, because I knew the code, you thought I could save everyone. So once again, Steve died, and Christina and Lionel. I got to the end, back to the Tempest Entrance, and it happened again. And again. And again. 5 times it's happened. That's a lot to take in. I'm not sure I believe you. If that's true, why did you say you were the arsonist? Because I just want to die. 5 times now, I've watched them all die just so I can live. And for what? So I can go back and watch them die again. I wanted you to think I was evil. Who would save a murderer over an innocent life? Me, apparently. None of my plans to save the others have worked. Not one. I'm just tired. So, now what? I've checked everywhere. All the doors are locked, just like last time. I have no choice. I have to go back to the start. Wait, you don't have to. The fire is contained now. If you just wait there, someone will come and find you. No, I can't let the loop end. I can't let the loop end until someone else survives. I've been through too much. I'm ready to die. Whoever makes it out of this building should want to die. But if you go back, what happens to me? What happens to this world once you go? I have no idea. Does that mean there are now 5 worlds out there in space or time or wherever where you just disappeared and everyone else is dead? When you put it like that, I guess you're right. But how is that possible? My guess is as good as yours. I'm outside the Tempest Entrance now. This is it. I guess so. I'll see you again soon. Just... you won't see me. I still can't wrap my head around this at all. Goodbye. Goodbye. Troy has disconnected. Reason, signal lost. Visitor has disconnected. So, Troy is a time traveler. Things are starting to get spicy, right? Alright then, let's keep going. We have one more ending to reach. And this time we're going to, of course, save Lionel. So there it is. There it is. Wait. Alright, that's gonna be fine. Because I was thinking maybe I can't disable this, but that makes no sense. So yeah. And Troy is dead. Now Lionel is alive. Alright, Lionel, tell us your secrets. The fire has been contained. Casualties? Troy. Oh, excellent. You have made the right decision. I'm not so sure it was the right decision. Now, you made a promise. Very well, a deal's a deal. What do you want to know? Beginning scan, ground floor. I want to know what Christina was talking about. What's going on in this company? Christina herself has no idea what we do here. She was right about one thing though. Here at Phoenix Corporation, we buy and sell large stocks of cheap products just to keep the books looking busy. It's a front. Our true interest here is time travel. Time travel. That is indeed what I said. And you expect me to believe that? I don't care what you believe. You asked me for the truth and here it is. Now if you'll let me continue, we in fact have a fully functional time machine in this facility. But the time machine we have constructed doesn't quite work like the ones you might see in the movies. As in, it does nothing because time travel isn't real. No, if you're not going to listen, I don't see why you bother saving me. No, our time travel doesn't affect physical objects. Well, that doesn't sound very useful. What can it do? No fire detected. It can carry a person's consciousness through time. Consciousness? Their thoughts, their personality, their likes and dislikes, their experiences and their memories. Our machine can carry those things through time. You know, I don't believe a word of this. It's your own loss. So if I was to hop on this machine and go an hour into the future, what would actually happen? Your consciousness would leave your body and effectively you would die. Die? At first, then after an hour your consciousness would re-enter your body and you would come back to life, not even realizing an hour had passed. That's impossible! You've done it successfully! People, birds, dogs, anything with a brain can travel in our machine. But what use is that sort of time travel? Your body would start to decompose if you went forward more than a few hours. That is true. We're still experimenting with methods of preserving the body that would allow the consciousness to later re-enter it. Currently, freezing seems promising. But this is not where our true interest lies. If a person travels forward through time, they can visit distant eras and the likes, but they can still only live for the 80 years their body dictates. But what if one was to travel backwards? You mean back to when they were younger? Exactly, they will retain their memories and experiences gained over time, but they would have a younger body. Unless they were in an accident and died instantly, they could live forever. Whoa, whoa! Yes, we're a machine! No one has to die! Roll credits! That would be huge, but how does it work? We believe so. What's that supposed to mean? Our tests traveling forward have gone exactly to plan. However, in our tests, things didn't work quite so well going backwards. What happened? Our human test subject entered the machine, we activated it, her consciousness left her body and unfortunately it never came back. She died. That's terrible! What went wrong? We have dedicated every resource we have available to discovering the cause of this problem. And you haven't worked it out? We think the machine may have worked. What? How can you say that when someone died? It's an incredibly complicated concept, but I will explain it to you. First though, you have to do something for me. I have entered the code to unlock access to the rooms on the ground floor. I'm in the Tempest room. Come meet me here. But why? Can't you tell me now? Lionel has disconnected. Reason, signal lost. Lionel! Where'd you go? I guess I have no choice now. I have to go find you. Visitor has disconnected. And this is it for Lionel End. Ooh! The end is near. The final timeline has appeared. Of course. There has to be something else, right? Oh, look at that! on the right here. There's something new. Alright then. Before we do that though, I'll just take a brief little break here and I will join you back in a few seconds. I only need to get myself something to drink because my throat is starting to ache real bad. And yeah, it'll be maybe 20 seconds, so I'm not even gonna bother cutting it. I'll leave you with a bit of time to think of all this over and how everything works together and what's the meaning of all that shit. So I'll see you in a moment. And we are back. Oh, the water was really good. I swear, it was what I needed. Alright, and you might have heard I have received a Steam message. I'll answer it later. For now, let's enter the final timeline. Urgent! The Phoenix Corporation headquarters security has been compromised. All personnel evacuate immediately. And look at this! It's right now. It's not broken. Tempest engaged. Security room locked. Emergency services contacted. ETA 3 hours 17 minutes. Visitor has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation communications network. Lionel, what the hell is going on here? I went into the Tempest room like you told me to, and now I'm back here in the control room. Wait. Christina has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation communications network. What? How did I end up here? Steve has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation communications network. Chris, you're alive! I knew where you were alive! Steve, I thought you were dead! Me? Troy has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation communications network. You guys, you remember! You finally remember! Troy, this is all just part of some trick of yours, isn't it? No, I have no idea what's going on. You think I'm going to believe that after you just lit this fire? I didn't light the fire. You don't just get to change your story now. Steve, he's telling the truth. What do you mean? Lionel has logged on to the Phoenix Corporation communications network. Amazing! I knew this would happen sometime, somewhere, but I never thought I would be the one to witness it. You know what's going on here? Yes, but for now there are more pressing matters. Does anyone here have one of the security codes? I already told you mine last time, RFTS. But did anyone find new ones? Oh, I found a blue file which said IRHH in it. I found one which said SOEE. Perfect. Visitors, I must confess that just before I cut out last time we spoke, I found a file containing the code EMAS. Now, quickly, enter all the codes. Alright. Security code confirmed. Security system online. Beginning scan, floor B3. Also, you might have noticed that these codes could look like some words either in reverse or letters misplaced, but I've never really messed with it. If you want, you can try. It probably spells something out because this game thinks that way, you know. 4 codes received. Full access granted. Full access? You can now lock 4 fire doors at a time instead of just 1. Lionel, tell us what the hell is going on here already. Why is everyone alive again? There's no way I would have enough time for that now. Calculation complete. Fire on floor B3. No casualties expected. No casualties expected? No one has to die! Yes, now we have the security codes. We're all safe. Let's get out of here then! Urgent. Please enter security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until a decision is made. And indeed, no one has to die. And no one died. The fire has been contained. Fantastic, we're still all alive. Great, but you still owe us all an explanation. How is everybody alive again? How did I end up back where I was when the fire started? Why aren't these rooms fire damaged anymore? Beginning scan, floor B2. Visitors, do you remember what I told you before? Yeah, you invented a time machine. Impossible! Well, it was a bit different than a time machine, I guess. It carries your thoughts and memories through time instead of your body. Correct so far. It works going forward, but going backwards. Calculations complete. Going backwards, you kill someone. They never return to their body. Fire on floor B2. No casualties expected. That is the story as I told it. That person you murdered was my mother, asshole! What? Your mother died of a brain tumor, you told me so! That was a lie! Lionel killed my mother! It is some impossible time travel bullshit! So I lit the fire. I lit it to kill Lionel and wreck his corporation before they ruined more lives. Chris, I don't believe it. I had suspected as much. Christina, your mother is not dead. What do you mean by that? I've seen her body. You took her brain. Urgent. Please enter security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until a decision is made. And now, of course, it's as simple as that. No one has to die. The fire has been contained. Lionel, answers. Your mother is not dead. This is going to be hard to explain. When we sent your mother back in time, she never returned to her body. However, there wasn't a single fault in our logic. The machine was designed perfectly. The machine is what's in the Tempest room, right? Correct. Anyway, we conducted many experiments and eventually came to one fascinating conclusion. When our subject had traveled forward through time, the future was not set, and so time would bend to accommodate our time traveler. That is, the consciousness traveling through time would remain in its own timeline. But when traveling backwards, things were not so simple. The consciousness will become lost in the mess that is time-space. It would find a host, one which owned the consciousness and one which existed at the time it had been sent back to. But it will not always find its host in its own universe. You've lost me. Our research would suggest that there are nearly infinite amount of universes, each nearly identical with only minute differences between them. So when Christina's mother traveled backwards through time, she was not alone. Trillions of her, maybe even more, traveled too. They would land randomly into different timelines. Some would land in the same timeline and one consciousness would override the other. In some timelines, no one would ever know that Christina's mother had even left, or that the consciousness had returned to her body wasn't from their universe. A rare few consciousnesses would land back where they began, in their own universe. But many timelines were left like here, in this universe where Christina's mother's consciousness left this world, but no other consciousness returned to fill her body. Because of this, the body remained empty, and Christina's mother was effectively dead. But her consciousness lives on in another time, another universe. I'm not buying a word of this. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. No casualties expected. But it explains everything. This is why everything kept happening over and over again. This is why we're all here. Yes, it took me a while to figure out, but we have all been brought here by the Tempest machine. Visitor, you may remember a time in which you said let everyone die apart from myself, correct? Yeah, then you gave me access to the Tempest room. Well, each of these people remembers a different reality, one where they were the only survivor of the fire. That's right! I had to wait and do nothing while Chris died. I had to wait and do nothing as all of you died, time and time again. At the end of each of these realities, the survivor entered the Tempest machine, which had its clock set to the beginning of this disaster as a security measure. When each of us entered the machine, we were randomly shot into another universe. Some of us would have ended up back where we started, and no one else would remember what had just taken place. But there would be a few universes like this, where by chance all of us came from 5 different universes into one. And that is how we are all here together now, with memories of different futures. Whoa! But the chances of that happening would be practically 0! Actually, with as many universes as there are, it was incredibly likely. There are probably hundreds of universes in which the same thing has happened as it is happening here. Nothing about this seems incredibly likely, but it is the truth. Urgent. Please enter security system orders immediately. The jet system has been locked until your decision is made. So here we are now, the super reveal. So of course we have to let the fire go a single time and then turn that off. And now no one has to die. The fire has been contained. Hey guys, all of your paths meet up here, right? They do? I suppose they must. Beginning scan, ground floor. Soon we'll be able to talk in person. No fire detected. I can't wait to see you again, Chris. I'm so glad you're safe. I can't either say, Steve. I can't believe you're alive. You're both alive. Well, hurry up then. I'm already there. Okay, coming through now. I can see you. I'm in. Me too. Hey, has anyone unlocked the door for me so I can come down too? Hello? Anyone? Guys, stop talking in person for a second and look at your messages, damn it! Typical. Now what do I do? Visitor? Christina, can you ask Lionel to open the door for me? No, sorry, I don't think I have the chance to. Is something wrong? Where are you? I stepped out for a moment. I'm at the Tempest entrance. I haven't been entirely upfront with all of you. What do you mean? I've been here before. Weren't you listening to Lionel? We've all been here before. No. I've been here before, to a timeline just like this one, where we all managed to survive. Except, things went a little differently that time. For instance, I asked Lionel where the controls for the Tempest machine were, and he told me they were on floor B2, in my section of the building. Later, he explained that the machine can't send consciousnesses back before the first time it was turned on, which was when my mother was sent back through time. So I thought I'd give things another try, and I hopped back into the Tempest machine. Don't tell me. This time, while we were on floor B2, I set the time machine back as far as it could go, to the moment I lost my mother. I'm going back 3 years to find my mother. This is crazy! What if you just end up in another universe where she disappeared? Then I'll break into here. I'll travel again. What about the people who care about you in this universe? What about Steve? You should know better than anyone what this feels like. You've had to choose one person's happiness over another's time and time again. In the timeline you came from, you even chose to kill me. I wish I could have Steve and my mother both at once, but I don't have that choice. I spent too long wishing she was with me to turn back now. Besides, in this world I'm a murderer, an arsonist. There's no place for me here. Christina, you're not going to stop me, are you? No, I'm not. And of course also we can't. Tell Steve I'm sorry, and that I love him. Tell him that I hope we meet again somewhere, sometime. But for now, goodbye. Goodbye, and good luck. Thanks. I think I'll need it. Christina has disconnected. Reason: signal lost. Visitor has disconnected. And that is it. That is the end of No One Has to Die. So thank you for joining me for this game, and we will end with... what's after? Dramatic music! But yes, this is one of my favorite games of all time. It is so simplistic and the story is really good. I bet you didn't even imagine all of this. But now you know. Now you know that no one has to die.